Hello and welcome to your practice. So today's theme is the summer solstice. So the summer solstice 2024. Of course, we know that is the first day of summer where we are in the world. And that signifies the longest day of the year. So the day with the most amount of daylight, most amount of sunshine, and the least amount of darkness. And of course, after the summer solstice is over, then the days will begin to once again get shorter. But we will experience some lovely, long, hot, warm and hot days. And that will signify, at least in my little area of the world, that signifies any outdoor activities, fishing, cookouts, family gatherings, vacations, that sort of thing. We seem to, as humans, like to take advantage of that aspect and take the fullest advantage by participating in some or all of those activities. I know one of my favorite things to do is to be in the water, so going to water parks and such. Not so much the beach. I like to visit the beach, but definitely enjoy going to water parks, theme parks. I've already been twice this year. So that is the physical aspect of what the summer solstice is about. The spiritual aspect is the sun is the masculine aspect. So the sun is the representation of masculinity, heat, fire, action. The moon is the cooling and feminine aspect. She tends to be in the background and tends to keep things more on the DL. The sun, once again, is the spiritual aspect of action, and also can signify abundance and joy. So as we move throughout our practice today, we will visit some postures that open us up and bring the focus to the third chakra, which is in the center of our core, and help us foster more abundance and joy. So we will start our practice with a little bit of breath work. So it's called the breath of joy. So that helps to get us more energized, get us moving. I am recording this practice in my own backyard. What better way to experience and enjoy summertime, the summer solstice, than practicing yoga outside? It's my favorite place to practice. You will probably hear some cars going by because I live right in front of a busy intersection. But other than that, I hope that you enjoy all of the lovely birds singing and sounds of the woods, because I live in the woods. So just take a moment now to come to your mat, come to the front of your mat. I'm going to begin facing you so you can see me. And bring your big toes to touch, or bring your feet hip distance. Let your tailbone tuck softly down towards the earth. Bring a soft bend into your knees. Let your shoulders roll down your back. Your palms are facing forward, hanging by your hips. And bring your head to stack directly over your torso, keeping your neck, face, and jaw nice and soft. So this is our traditional mountain pose, or Tadasana. And just take this time to begin to tune in with your breath. So just a natural breath pattern here. No need to force anything. Keeping your inhales nice and soft and full. Expand out your belly side bodies as you do that. And let your exhales travel those areas back towards your back body. So you're just taking a moment to check in here. Just take a moment to come into your Tadasana mountain pose and check in with yourself. Ground down through the four corners of the feet. Draw the arches of the feet up towards your inner knees. And that's a great way to ground and center. And just checking in with your body. What are you bringing to your mat today? What are you bringing to your practice? No judgments, just observations. You can choose to keep your eyes closed and just listen to me as we move through our practice today, or you can now flutter your eyes open if you need to visualize what we're doing here. So as I mentioned earlier, we're going to start our practice with some breath work. So this is called the breath of joy. Once again, this gets us up and moving and gets us energized for whatever actions we are performing next. So this is a 3-part breath. It's actually 4 parts counting the exhale, but the inhale is 3 parts. So, and on the first part of the inhale, you'll inhale into your lower belly. Second part, you'll inhale into your mid belly. Third part, you'll inhale into your chest, and then you'll forcefully exhale. And then there are specific arm movements. So first part of the inhale, move your arms forward. Second part of the inhale, which is mid-belly, arms come out. Third part of the inhale, arms raise all the way up, maybe even look up towards the sky. And then exhale, you'll forcefully lean forward and let your hands come back behind you. So for those exhales, it's nice to have your feet a little bit wider than hip distance and have a soft bend in the knees. All right, so we'll begin now. We'll do 3 rounds, 5 times each. So inhale, 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 and then bring yourself back to your Tadasana mountain pose, keeping your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Soft bend in the knees. So just feel the effects of this in your body. And we'll do 2 more rounds of this, and I will actually just go through the motions. I won't cue the inhales. And we begin now. And after that round, just take a moment here to remain in an Uttanasana, forward fold position. That's round number 2. So on your next inhale, draw your chin in toward your chest. Keep your head and arms heavy. Ground down through the 4 corners of the feet. Begin to raise yourself all the way up nice and slow. Keep your head and arms heavy. So I like to call that the zombie raise. And then exhale, we'll meet back at center for our last round of the breath of joy. Close your eyes for just a moment. Let your shoulders soften down your back. Tuck your tailbone down towards the earth. Let your palms hang forward. Take a full deep inhale in through the nose here. And exhale. All right, we begin the breath of joy now. And once again, on that last round, just remaining in your Uttanasana, your forward fold position. Soft bend in the knees. Grounding down through the four corners of the feet. Draw the arches of the feet up towards your inner knees, your inner shins. Head and arms are heavy. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, pressing down through those four corners of the feet. Begin to raise yourself all the way up. And then exhale. Once again, we meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. Stepping to the front of your mat if you are not already there. Big toes can touch. Feet can be hip distance. And we'll move through some physical movements by starting with some half sun salutations. On your next inhale, soft bend in the knees, circle your arms up, reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, leading with your heart, swan dive down, arms out to the sides to come into your forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins, raise up to a flat back. And then exhale, draw the crown of the head down towards the earth. Draw your belly in towards your spine to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out to the sides. Reach your fingertips up high. Exhale, palms touch and land at heart center. So we're going to do those movements 2 more times. Drop your hands down by your hips and inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with your heart to come into your forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins, raise up to a flat back, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, palms touch and land at heart center. Drop the hands down by the hips. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with your heart to come into your forward fold. Inhale, this time stretch your fingertips behind you, shoulders away from the ears, raising up to a flat back. Exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, palms touch and land at heart center. So we're going to continue with those movements, but we're going to add some others. Drop your hands down by your hips and inhale, circle the arms out and up. Tailbone is tucked down as you reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with your heart to come into your forward fold. Inhale, stretch your fingertips behind you for a flat back. Tuck your navel in towards your spine here. And then exhale, plant your palms and step your feet back towards the back of your mat. Your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Feet are hip distance. Ground down through the four corners of your hands. So that is the knuckle on the index side of your fingers. And the knuckle on the pinky side of your fingers, the inner and outer edges of the lower parts of the palms of your hands. Sometimes I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your heels and hips up towards the sky. Press firmly through the palms of your hands. Exhale, lower your heels and heart down to the earth. Next, inhale, press the earth away, look up in between your hands. Roll your shoulders down and out here. So that helps to protect your shoulder blades, your shoulder joints. Exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Big toes can touch, your feet can be hip distance. Inhale, stretch your fingertips behind you for a flat back and a bright heart. Exhale, clasp your fingers together. Draw your nose in towards your softly bent knees. And see if you can raise your hands up over the back of your head. So if this is too much for you, you can always just let your hands rest at your sacrum, your lower back here. Take a full inhale through your nose right where you are. Exhale, release the grip of your hands. Let your head and hands hang heavy. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Inhale, begin to roll yourself all the way up, coming back into that zombie raise, and then meeting in our Tadasana mountain pose. Exhale to release. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, swan dive down, arms out to the sides, leading with your nice bright heart to come into a forward fold. Inhale this time, hands are on the shins as you raise up to a flat back. Exhale, plant your palms and step to your downward facing dog. Pressing firmly into your palms, grip your mat with your finger pads. Next, inhale, look up in between your hands. And as you exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Big toes touch or feet are hip distance. Inhale, nice bright heart. Stretch your fingertips behind you. Tuck your tailbone forward and let your navel travel towards your back body. So that really turns on your core. And then exhale, nose towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, palms touch and land at heart center. Last time for these movements, and then we will add on even more. Drop your hands down by your hips, and then inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, nice bright heart, soft bend in the knees, bringing those towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, stretch your fingertips behind you for a flat back. And exhale, plant your palms and step to your downward facing dog on a Mukha Svanasana. Grounding down through the four corners of your palms, grip your mat with your finger pads. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your heels and hips up towards the sky. Exhale, let heels and heart melt down towards the earth. Inhale, press the earth away, look up in between your hands. And exhale, walk your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, stretch your fingertips behind you for a flat back. Exhale, once again, clasping your fingers behind you. See if you can let them raise up over the back of your head as you draw your nose towards your knees. And if this does not feel good to you at all, so you can do it this way or this way. If it doesn't feel good to you either way, you can always just let your fingertips rest on the earth. Take a full inhale in through your nose right where you are. Feel your belly expand out from underneath of you, pressing against your thighs. Exhale to sigh it out, nose towards the knees. Releasing the grip of your fingers if you have it. Dropping your fingertips down to the earth, chin in towards the chest. Inhale, pressing down firmly through the four corners of the feet. Draw the arches of the feet up towards the knees and begin to raise yourself all the way up. And exhale, we meet in Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so let's do full sun salutations. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with the heart to come into your forward fold. Inhale, stretch the fingertips behind you for a flat back. Exhale, plant your fingertips and step your right toes back towards the back of the mat, dropping your right knee down to the earth. If you have knee stuff going on and this is too uncomfortable for your knee, you can always use a blanket to rest under your knee. Sometimes that helps. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Stack your torso over your hips. Look up high. Exhale, drag your right hip forward, left hip back. Sink them down towards the earth. So that just is a good way to square your hips. Take a full breath in, really arc the spine, getting nice and bright in the heart and the core. Exhale, circle your arms down and around. Fingertips plant around your front foot. Inhale, curl your back toes, straighten your back legs, slightly round your shoulder blades here, and tuck your navel in towards your spine. And then exhale, plant your palms and step to your downward facing dog. Inhale once again, bend knees, raise heels and hips up towards the sky, pressing firmly into the palms of the hands. Exhale, heels and heart melt down to the earth. Chin in towards the chest. Inhale, roll your body forward through your plank pose. And then exhale, lower knees, chest, and then chin all the way down to the earth. Release all 10 toes and your pubic bone. Inhale, press firmly into your palms. Peel your heart up for your cobra pose, only as high as what your lower back will allow, keeping your elbows close to your ribs. Exhale, curl the toes, hinge the hips for your downward facing dog. Next, inhale, your right toes are going to float up high. Exhale, draw your right knee in towards your chest, round your spine knee to nose for just a moment, and then place your right foot in between your hands. Dropping your left knee down to the earth. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips reach up high. Exhale, drag left hip forward, right hip back. So that's a real subtle movement. And drop your hips down low. Inhale to arc the spine, reach back through the fingertips. Exhale, circle the arms down and around, fingertips plant around the front foot. Inhale, kick off of your back foot, so coming into a variation of standing splits here. Straighten your left toes out behind you. Exhale, let the left big toe meet the right big toe and nose towards the knees to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, arms out and up, fingertips up high, palms touch. Exhale to let your palms land at heart center, samastitihi. We're going to do all that stuff on the other side. Drop the hands down by the hips and inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Tailbone tuck gently down. Exhale to swan dive down, arms out to the sides. Coming into your forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. Raise up to a flat back, shoulders down your back. Exhale, plant your fingertips and step your left toes back, dropping your left knee down to the earth. Inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, drag left hip forward, right hip back. So once again, that's just a real subtle movement. And drop your hips down towards the earth. Arc your spine as you breathe in, reach back through your fingertips. And as you breathe out, circle your arms down nice and wide. Fingertips frame the front foot. Inhale, straighten the back legs. Shoulders are away from the ears. Tuck your navel towards your spine. And exhale to step to your downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your heels and hips up towards the sky, pressing firmly into your palms. Exhale, heels and heart melt down to the earth. Draw your chin in toward your chest as you inhale and roll your body forward through your plank pose. See if you can hold it for just a moment. Really tuck the navel up, rounding into the back side of your shoulders. Exhale as slowly and controlled as you can. Lower knees, chest, elbows close to the ribs, and then chin. And then release all 10 toes, letting your pubic bone come down towards the earth. Inhale, press firmly into your palms. Peel your heart up for your cobra pose. And then as you exhale, bend your knees. Coming through your tabletop position, you're going to draw your hips down to your heels for your child's pose. So reaching your fingertips, reaching your palms out in front of you. If you're like me and you have knee stuff, you can always use a block to take up the space under your hips. Take a full inhale here in through your nose. And a full exhale out of your mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale deeply, feel your belly and chest expand underneath of you. And exhale to sigh it out. Full inhale in through the nose. And a full exhale to sigh. Next inhale, press the earth away. Look up in between your hands. Remove your block if you have it. Exhale, curl your toes. Hinge your hips, moving nice and slow through bent knees to come back into your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left toes are going to float up to the sky. You can always keep a slight bend in your standing knee. Check that your shoulders are squared, so you may need to drop your left shoulder and slightly raise your right one. Exhale, round your spine as much as you can. Draw your left knee towards your nose and step your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, we are in low runner's lunge, so slightly rounding the posterior, the back side of your shoulder blades. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Exhale, bring your fingertips forward. Raise your back leg, so your right leg up, pointing through your right toes. So this is our funny variation of our standing splits. Take a full inhale in through the nose. And exhale to bring your big toes to touch, your feet hip distance at the front of your mat, and your nose towards your knees. So you come into your forward fold. And 3 full breaths right here. So you may want to bring opposite hands to opposite elbows. You may want to find some movement here. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Feel your belly expand out from underneath of you. And exhale. Take another inhale here. And exhale. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Exhale to come back to center, back to stillness. Inhale, stretch your fingertips behind you. Nice bright heart for a flat back. Exhale, plant your fingertips and step your right toes back once again, dropping your right knee down to the earth. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. We're coming back into our Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Exhale, right hip forward, left hip back, sink them down low. Take a full breath in to arc your spine, reach back through your fingertips. On your breath out, keeping your arms nice and wide, circle them down and around, and bring your palms into prayer at your heart. Take a full breath in, really back your torso up over your hips here. See if you can keep them squared. So that's the dragging the right hip forward, left hip back. On your breath out, twist towards the left. So you're letting your right elbow rest on the outside of your left knee. Inhale, see if you can really twist from your core here. Draw your thumbs towards your breastbone towards your thumbs. Exhale, sinking down more deeply into your left knee. So I mentioned that we were going to do some postures, move through some poses that will help open up the core, help turn on the core. And this is one of them. Take a full inhale in through your nose. Exhale, possibly you open up your wings. So left arm up, right arm down. Take another inhale in through the nose. See if you can really twist open here, reaching your left arm slightly back. Maybe you look up towards the sky. And then exhale, release. Cartwheel your arms down. Fingertips frame your front foot. Inhale, curl your back toes, straighten your back leg. Exhale, palms plant and step to your downward facing dog. So if you have wrist stuff and it's really hard to be on your wrists, You can always be on your fists. You can also be on your forearms. So this is actually called dolphin pose. But if you have any discomfort in those areas and being on your wrists is difficult, those are some modifications that you can use. All right, so I'm going to turn around so I'm not backwards to you, because we're going to do all of that stuff on the other side. Next, inhale, your right toes are going to travel up high. So you can keep those shoulders squared. So when you do this, you'll have a tendency sometimes, some of us, I know I do, have a tendency to dump into your left shoulder and raise your right one up. You really want to raise that left shoulder and even it out with the right one. Exhale, round your spine, draw your right knee in towards your nose, and your right foot steps in between your hands. Dropping your left knee down to the earth. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. We're in our Anjaneyasana low lunge once again. Exhale, left hip drags forward, right hip back, sink them down low. Next, inhale, arc the spine, reach back further through the fingertips. Exhale, really back the torso up, circle your arms down nice and wide, and your palms touch at heart center. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. So left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Take a full breath in. See if you can bring your breastbone towards your thumbs, thumbs towards your breastbone. See if you can really twist from the core here. Exhale, open your wings. So option to not open your wings. Maybe you just want to keep your palms in prayer. See if you can keep your right knee up towards the sky. Inhale, reaching high through the right fingertips and low through the left one. See if you can bring your gaze up high. And then exhale, cartwheel your arms down, fingertips frame around the front foot. Inhale, draw your right knee back to meet your left one. Exhale, hips towards the heels for your child's pose. And 3 full breaths right here. Full inhale in through the nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Take another inhale in through the nose here. And exhale. Inhale to expand your belly, chest, and side bodies out as far as they'll go underneath of you. And exhale. All right, on your next inhale, draw your chin in towards your chest. Drag your palms back toward you. We are making our way to stand up on our knees. And then exhale, bring your knees hip distance, coming towards the middle of your mat. And we are going to work through a couple of rounds of camel pose. What better way to open up our solar plexus, our third chakra, our core area. On your next inhale, circle the arms out and up, fingertips up high. Tuck your tailbone slightly down and forward. Exhale, circle the arms down and around nice and wide. So we're bright and full of joy in our heart and our core. And your palms land on your lower back. So for this posture, you do not have to have your palms a specific way. So I like to have my fingertips up because that gives a little wrist stretch. But you can always have your fingertips down towards your butt cheeks. And my cat Larry is going to join me here. It's whatever's most comfortable for you. Inhale, draw your shoulders down your back. Draw your elbows together. Look up towards the sky. So we are brightening, really brightening through our core. Exhale to stay. Take a full breath in right where you are. And exhale, another breath in through your nose. This time as you exhale, release the palms if you can and reach back for your heels. This does not work in everyone's body, so it's totally fine if you cannot do that.